would think that favors him in an EBI style fight.
Yes, and 10-minute rounds, that kind of stuff, yeah.
Sorry, guys, but I got to do it. Woo!
Dear Lord.
Listen, I don't know if we're at New Line show right now or if we're at New Line Wrestling. What is going on? I like it.
We've had a bunch of pro wrestling.
It's been a lot, yes,
tonight.
and it's fun. You know,
had
I love
the,
it. These guys are having fun. Shawn Michaels. We had the Nitro, the WWE Raw theme.
I think we've saved the best for last.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And here we have our New Line Light Heavyweight champion making his way.
Very spirited entrance.
In classic Humbertson style, I don't even think he has a coach with him from Bridgeport. There's probably about 50 of them all over the country, too.
This bout is for the NLC Light Heavyweight Grappling Championship. Fighting out of the blue corner, standing at 5 feet 11, representing Category 5 Jiu-Jitsu from Nitro, West Virginia. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the sexiest man in South Charleston in 2023, Justin Woo!
The sexiest man in South Charleston. It's an impressive title to have.
Fighting out of the red corner with an NLC record of 2-0, standing 5 feet 10, weighing in 205 pounds from Fairmont, West Virginia. This is the NLC Cruiserweight Grappling Champion, known as Dawn the Dragon, Zack Humbertson.
Dawn's Dragons. Oh, man.
Your referee, Zack. Wow.
Now, the sexiest man in Charleston, I would imagine, is just a title that permanently lives on Butch House's mantle. But
well, he did say South Charleston, so I think that we can let that slide.
These two are underway. We see an aggressive guard pull from Turner. He's probably going to try to get underneath of the legs. That's where he's had success with Humbertson in the past, but Humbertson's gotten better at defense. We see him using a little fake Genki Sudo throwing over the mount.
Yeah, we spoke about that earlier. I think this is the best Zack Humbertson's ever been, so it's interesting to see him up against a guy who's beaten him in the past.
Now, if he's going to play in here, he needs to get it down on a body lock.
And he's going to get out of there. And this is already a very fast pace to start out with.
See a good shin to shin. He's trying to enter into the legs, but he doesn't have a great bite on either one of them yet. Maybe looking to Connie Basami. Good chin strap by Humbertson, though. If Humbertson can use that chin strap and sprawl out, he's not going to have a good look at a finish there, but he is going to get chest to chest and deny those leg entries. That's a big thing. Zack Humbertson able to get chest to chest, but good butterfly hooks by Justin Turner to get him back. That's exactly what Turner needed there. He needed to not get stuck underneath the Humbertson and top smashed half.
And we're right back where we started now. He's got that butterfly hook in, looking to elevate. As soon as Humbertson starts to posture, he's going to try to elevate him.
Yeah, and Humbertson needs to keep his weight back, and he really needs to control those hips. That's why you see a lot of people switching to body locks, tight waist for pass and butterfly guard. It really is the leg lock killer passing style. It will force you. There are ways to counter, but they're not with leg locks. And we see Humbertson stepping in there. We'll maybe see a John Wayne off balance. He's kind of sitting on the knee, but now he's going to that twister sweep, twister pass. Nice.
I love that turn down pass. I used to have a lot of success with
Now
it.
we're in, I'm not sure what exactly this is.
There's not a Japanese term for this, Colin.
Not yet.
Sorry, buddy, I had to do it.
That was appropriate. I was even thinking about making the same joke at myself, and I said that I don't have a name for this. But we see Humbertson kind of pummeling around here, maybe making his way back to his own butterfly guard, and he does. He's playing a good deep half butterfly guard. He plays more of that Adam Wodzinski style butterfly. And we see an attempt at a knee cut there, but Humbertson does a good job of, Turner doesn't have the underhook on the far side yet, and if you try to rush a knee cut from there, oftentimes the guy's going to be able to go to turtle. Now, I'm not sure if that's what style Humbertson is thinking here, but he's doing a good job again sneaking that butterfly across. He actually might have a look at his own false reap. He's going for the far leg to take a scoop grip.
You can tell Turner's taking his time here because he's worried about that top leg as well.
Yeah.
See, he's trying to deal with it. He shucks it away, and now he's going to try to pass.
But we see now he's got that scoop grip from half butterfly, and again, you see him playing. He's playing more of the Wardzinski style butterfly, where he doesn't want both butterfly hooks. He just wants one. That's something that I like a lot. And you play with that other leg across the back as an inside hook, where you can kind of grab the calf with the foot and manipulate things around.
Don't settle for being flat, Zach. Keep using that butterfly hook to get onto your hip. Very nice.
Colin just can't help himself. Got to give
It happens
Zach a little
sometimes.
advice.
Zach and I have certainly had our differences in the past, but when he's got no coach and he's doing
I
something,
heard
I'll
you
yell at
guys
him.
got into it. I didn't want to say anything.
Oh, yeah. And
I
in
mean,
jiu-jitsu,
you brought it up.
in jiu-jitsu, you know, there's a saying that everybody's like family, but I always think of that line from Major Payne. You know, nobody said families don't break up. Don't you watch Oprah? Like, but I still want him to do well, even if I maybe disagree with him on something.
That's the thing. You know, when I heard you guys had issues, I was like, they're like the two nicest people I know. I don't understand it at all.
What was funny is when we got into it, it was at a Naga tournament, and everybody just kind of left us alone. Like,
That's
we
what
thought
you-
it might
that's
turn
what-
into like a gang
that's-
attack,
I
but
heard
instead it
about
turned
it.
into just
I
us yelling
heard
at each other and
Colin
waiting for
Capri-
security.
Colin Caprini, soft-spoken Colin Caprini, running across the mat, screaming at Zack Humbertson.
There are some things in this world that get me fired up, and I love my jiu-jitsu family and my team are things that I get protective about. But we're seeing a good job here of he's using that body locking style that I was kind of calling for from Humbertson a little bit more. You know, that tight waist to shut down the butterfly guard.
One thing
But we see Humbertson maybe starting to hunt for a Kimura on that far side. And the one nice thing about that is the classic Z guard defense to the Kimura is to punch it through and hit that kind of counter shoulder lock. But if you're able to get that Kimura grip with the butterfly hook, you can off balance them while you have the butterfly hook. But we see Humbertson going back to the knee shield, maybe using that to try to drive back into a half butterfly. Yep, there he goes, back to that Wardzinski style. And now he's got that left arm kind of as a cross face or a cross shoulder post. I can't see exactly where it is.
I think so far this match is going well for Humbertson because he's making Turner work.
Yes.
He's
yeah.
making Turner work a bunch, and then we're going to end up in that overtime. And you see that's Humbertson's a war of attrition kind of guy.
And we see Humbertson now switching to the lockdown, but he's got to get under the ankle if he's going to be playing lockdown. He's got to be under the ankle so that he can extend him. Like this right here is just kind of a lack of control, but now he's starting to stretch him out. And he's getting that back to that near side underhook. Now we're just in kind of a shoulder crunch Z guard. He's doing a good job passing that over, maybe looking to set up the octopus guard.
So tell me, if you're Humbertson in this position, what are you doing?
I'm just doing what he's doing, honestly. Keep trying to work. I would try to get some bigger scrambles because I don't think Turner is burning energy fast enough for Humbertson's liking at this time. But this is exactly what he needs to be doing, right? He needs to keep mounting his own offense to keep Turner more worried about what Humbertson's trying to do, even if it's things like that might not work. Like this passing over to he's trying to go to octopus guard is what he's trying to do, and Turner did a good job of stopping that. But again, he's just always making Turner defend. He's not letting Turner get comfy and set up shop on top here. We still got 4 minutes left, and you see this is what I mean about like a longer match favors better jiu-jitsu.
That's a heavy crossface from Turner right now. And now he's
Yep.
going to look for the arm triangle from top half.
And Humbertson's answering the phone pretty early.
I don't like the way he's answering the phone though. Really,
It's got
like,
like
it's not effective unless you're making space.
The thing is, though, with the way that he's answering the phone there, it's less vulnerable to the counter Americana that some people like whenever you answer the phone classically. So
See,
Does
I
it
would
create
rather
as much
be.
space,
I
though?
would rather have someone trying to Americana me than trying to arm triangle me. Though.
it's a now he goes to the classic style there, and we'll see.
So the other way he was doing it, Colin, does it still relieve as much pressure?
It does.
I never had success with it even there. The only time I ever answer the phone is if I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm
hand on
framing
the-
off
yeah.
of my head.
You need really, really, really good lat strength, and you really need to be rowing as you're hitting that comb in the back of the hair thing.
What you're trying to do, though, Dave, is build a frame.
And
you
he
want to build a
forces it.
frame and stop them from
And
being
you can
able to
see
close
now he
off.
forces him to go towards
Right.
the back, but Humbertson's able to deny the top hook on the chair sit. And like I said, this is the kind of stuff. Now this is this is a suboptimal position for Humbertson, obviously, especially if Turner
Yeah.
can actually get to the back and
It
solidify.
looks like he's almost falling off here.
Yep, and I think we're going to see.
Humbertson's gonna
I think we're
turn
going
in
to
the
see
guard.
Humbertson cut
Yep.
that elbow back and end up in top position.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Great work from Humbertson.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say is like even though that's looks to the eye like a suboptimal position for Humbertson, those are the kind of positions that he needs to make happen. Now we see him getting that cross face pressure, and we see a little bit less of an ability to get the underhook clear and get use that butterfly hook to get back to full butterfly that we saw from Turner. Remember, we saw this exact position earlier, and Turner was able to return him to regular butterfly. So that tells me that that Turner might be starting to tire.
Humbertson reminds me
Get his elbow above his shoulder line before your
of
head
one
goes
of these
down, Zach.
old school guys who no time limits. You know, like the Gracies. You know, we're
Yeah.
going to go until there's a tap. That's where Humbertson thrives.
Yeah.
He's able to withstand all these submission attempts. He's able to weather the storm, and then he's going to find his offense.
Now he needs to get that elbow above the shoulder line of Turner. Right now he's got good control. He's got a good pin going. But he's got a really, and I think Turner might be the stronger of the two. I think the weights are roughly similar. We see him switch to an inside bicep tie and that kind of a Josh Barnett grip.
It almost looks like I like to set up that baseball bat choke from there. It almost looked like he was going for that chain grip to think about it.
Yeah, and there's a catch wrestling name for that. I can't remember what it is. When you baseball back choke nogi with that gable grip there, like we saw Valentine Overeem hit on Recife back in the day.
It's a very sneaky move.
Yeah.
A lot of guys aren't expecting it. I don't do it from half guard though. I'll do it from side control more often. But it almost looked like that's what Zach was thinking about.
Yeah, at the very least he was threatening him with that. And again, that's more of what Zach does, right? Is you don't ever, your brain never gets a chance to just rest and settle underneath of him. He's always moving from attack to attack.
And he's in that 3/4 mount now.
Now we see him walking. Now he's got that elbow up above the shoulder line.
This is good work from Zach, but he's not got much time to work. I think he's just going to ride
40
it out
seconds,
here.
Zach.
So I think what Zach is probably trying to set up there, I would imagine, is maybe the chair set to the back.
And there he's going back to that position. You see there?
Yep.
I don't know what he's thinking about there. It's got to be that choke.
Either that or like what Barnett likes to do there is to transition off to Kesagatame, hit that like knee slide over to scarf hold on the near side. But either way, this is a terrible position.
15 seconds. Keep smothering him with your chest. Make him as tired as possible before we get to OT.
And you get to hear an inside look at the coaching of Colin Cabrini.
Yeah, we've got short time here. He's probably not going to be able to tap in. We just want to make him work as much as humanly possible.
Time.
Excellent work there from Zack Humbertson. Ends up, I think the beginning half of that round he was losing.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm curious to see who. We got a coin flip going on here. 3. I'm not sure if they're only doing 1 for these guys because they're the advanced ones. I'm not sure. They're doing 3 rounds. The rules are getting a little convoluted over here, but we'll figure it out.
I think I would say it's 1 minute overtime here. We're going to have 3 rounds though for these advanced
I think
belts.
Humbertson is helping Wilds with how it's going to go.
Humbertson's been a big part of this NLC grappling series. He's helped match a lot of these grappling fights, and he's also he's helped come up with the rules. You're a big part of it as well, Colin. I really like what we've done, deciding to do the EBI style. I think it's more exciting.
Well, and Keith has done a good job too of like whenever he's setting up, jiu-jitsu stuff, he'll ask people like me and Humbertson who watch a lot of jiu-jitsu, who compete in a lot of jiu-jitsu, what they'd like to see. Oh, we see this as a dangerous. Oh, good job by Turner, but we see a good face smother there.
Zach's doing a good job keeping him in this position.
Yeah, and now this is dangerous. This might be a wrap. I can't see where the choking arm is, but the choking arm is pretty tight. It looks like he's at the far shoulder.
He's over the chin, I believe.
He's
but
over
it
the
looks
chin,
tight.
but he does have the far shoulder, I think.
And
Nope, and he's able
out.
to clear it. Yep.
Turner does a good job fighting the hands off. And that's that experience of Turner. He didn't panic.
Time.
We see there, Zach spends the full minute of this overtime round on his back. And now we see Zach's already starting to worm his way out, but Turner trying to not fall off the top here.
Now we've got,
And he does.
beautiful work.
Great escape by Humbertson. That was a quick one.
11 seconds there from Zack Humbertson.
So we got 2 more overtime rounds. So Turner's going to have 2 more chances
Humbertson's
here.
teaching the rules to
Now-
Zack Wilds.
now-
We got the competitor telling the ref what the rules are, but he's
Remind me again, Colin, if one of these guys submits each other, is at the end,
That's
or
it.
they have to switch it up and do it again?
depends. So in this case, the other guy would not get another shot, right? It's like extra innings, right? So whoever goes
Gets
first,
the
the
score.
second guy always gets to go, but if the second guy gets the sub, then it's over. I explained that terribly. The bottom half of the inning, the home team.
I got you.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
was
in this
following.
opening of the second round, Zach, if he gets the sub here, Turner's going to have a chance to get a sub quicker.
Yeah.
So it's fastest submission or fastest escape wins.
No, we saw a 23-second escape there from Turner that time, so a little bit better work.
Neither of these guys messing with that spider web armbar position.
Oh, and Turner decides to start to go towards an arm triangle, but that gets him a 5-second escape from Humbertson.
Humbertson really racking up the escape time here.
Yep.
Yeah, he's in a big lead.
Now all he's just got to do is hold on.
And like I said, I think if you started these 2 guys fresh in just EBI overtime, I think you'd probably see it favor Turner. But I think that Humbertson was able to make him work enough. Now he has lost that top hook. Oh, he's got just the heel in. It's not super strong. But now he's got that kind of arm in like the Rutolo team. I'm not sure if he's got the length to finish that. He did a good job threatening it, though.
I think honestly at this point, I think it's about a wrap unless Turner gets a submission here.
Yes, Turner's going to need a sub in the bottom of this round. In fact, it's humanly impossible for him to win on escape time nearly at this point.
So here we go. It's Turner's last chance here. He needs a sub to win it. Zack Humbertson getting close to his first title defense here at the NLC Grappling Series.
Zack Wilds the only person I think has been refereeing with a mouthpiece in.
He's ready for war, buddy.
He's also got an incredible shirt on. Got to give a shout out to Zack Wilds' shirt.
Is out.
And that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. Zack Humbertson retains his light heavyweight grappling championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner and your new NLC Light Heavyweight Jiu-Jitsu champion. Blue corner, Zack Humbertson.
Excellent work from Zack Humbertson.
Say I'm good-hearted, but I'm just getting started. Got my eyes on the target. No, no. Till the battle's won, still kingdom.